Good evening, warm welcome to the program. So we are the series of session. We are going to see important knowledge terms, not only to equip for preparing for interview, but also for the knowledge and which you can apply in your workplace. So allow me to attach a screen. Uh, This program is live telecast both in LinkedIn and YouTube. Of course, if you want to see the previous session, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch all the previous sessions. Today, we will see one more important question. I am giving the title to this session as a supply chain knowledge sharing session, and possibly this could be one of the interview question. If you are in the job market looking for a job, this could be one of the important thing. What is demand time funds? This is useful for the people who are in the planning, specifically in material planning or supply planning or MPS scheduling kind of a work, which forms the basis of supply chain management. Okay, once you get the input from SNOP, what product family levels are there, then the next process is master scheduling. Demand time fence is one of the important concept in the scheduling work. Maybe some of you might have seen this picture. If you want to interact, you can always type in the LinkedIn comment. Those who are watching the live, this is a core fundamental for any material or supply planning. This is called as MPS grid or master scheduling grid, and this forms the background in any ERP, whether it's a SAP or Oracle or any kind of ERP, as this grid and called MPS grid. On the top, you can see the periods. It can be day or week or months, and then you have this data built into the grid, starting from the forecast in the coming weeks. What are the numbers? It can be a quantity in thousands or million or individual quantity. But at master scheduling, we are talking about end product. Okay, not the product family, but the end product. End product means it could be a model, but here we are not talking about the component level. Possibly if there are customer order, then that data should also be available. Then we have some intermediate step called projected available balance. In short, it is called PAB. Next one is available to promise. When a customer is trying to inquire a particular end product, when it is available, then the system should be able to calculate the availability based on the information and algorithm. Finally, we can schedule the item when it is required. Need not be used only in the production environment, but even in the distribution environment, we can use similar thing. Ultimately, we are trying to get some material at the required time in required quantity to meet the customer demand. Okay, most popularly people are using in manufacturing environment, and they may be called as a planner simply, or supply planner, or material planner. And we are not going to discuss in this session how to calculate this figure, but the title is demand time fence. Maybe you can see in the center, this data is divided into three zones. One is called frozen zone, and another one is slushy zone. The final one is liquid zone. What happens in an organization? One side is there will be, you have to meet the dynamism of market. The customer will keep changing the order, or he will change the quantity or change the part number, and you cannot be very rigid at rigid all the time to meet the customer expectation. Okay. On the other hand, maybe you have already committed to some other customer or to the production. You have already taken up some assembly work. So if you are trying to change within a particular time, then it is going to affect the schedule for entire production. Okay, so we have to decide some time limit within which we should not change the plan. Like for example, within 3 weeks, I am not going to touch next 3 weeks plan. Maybe after fourth week there is some flexibility. Okay, the problem why is you have to balance. The one is customer dynamics on one side, but other side is how you are able to manage the situation without affecting other customers or even your own internal production schedule, because you have already committed the manpower, you have already released the material, and the production is already started. And if you are trying to change, instead of part X you are trying to produce part Y, then you have to stop the existing activity and then take up this new activity. You can see that there will be a lot of disturbance. Maybe you are disturbing schedule for some other customer. This is where the frozen zone comes into picture. Of course, this is dependent on your manufacturing lead time and the agility in which your organization wants to operate. Accordingly, every organization should have a frozen zone within which you should refuse doing any change, either from customer or from your marketing or from the top management. Of course, there is one possibility that due to some extreme situation, some customer wants a change, then you can do it subject to approval from the senior management. Okay, this zone is called frozen zone, and the planner are not supposed to do any changes at this level. May be possible by approval of the senior management. This is called frozen zone. And the partition, the time period within which the frozen zone is lying, is called demand time funds. You can see this is called the demand time funds. In the given image, it is at the end of the third week, it is called demand time funds. So all the products in your line you should fix in consultation with the top management, production, sales, all that. And there should be a consensus within which you should not touch any change in the schedule. This is called frozen zone, and the time covered within that is called demand time funds. After the frozen zone, you can do some changes subject to boundaries. Maybe there also we can fix some limit. For example, here we are saying eighth week. This zone is called slushy zone. Of course, here it is the control of planner. He knows, okay, this change is possible. Maybe you can inform customer in advance or production in advance. So changes are possible under the planner's management. This zone is called slushy zone. Of course, every organization should also fix this. Then finally, you have a liquid zone. Anything after slushy zone becomes liquid zone. Here, the time covering the frozen and slushy zone is called planning time funds. Every product, every organization should fix up this time limit. Then only you will be effectively able to use the ERP or MPS module. Otherwise, it is not possible to use effectively. In the liquid zone, of course, it should go as per policy. Set a boundary, and possibly customer themselves can place an order, or sales guy can include the orders, and accordingly this can work. The benefit is uh, you have to balance. Okay, you cannot refuse to the customer, no change is possible, no. At the same time, you should not disturb your current production setting or commitment to other orders. So it is preferred that the frozen zone should be as small as possible. Here in this specific case we are talking about 3 weeks. which may not be acceptable to some customer. So this is where some improvement can come into picture. The management or improvement team should take up how to reduce this 3 weeks time to 2 weeks, then further to 1 week. Then only agility or flexibility can come. Okay, so this is a dynamic balancing situation. You have to balance your commitment to other customer. At the same time, you have to meet the dynamism in the market. Hope this is clear. Of course, we will see other aspects of this MPS schedule in the coming session. Now I am available for taking any question. Those who are live in LinkedIn, you can always comment in the chat. If you are watching YouTube also, you can comment so that I can answer. If you want in future any specific a topic to be discussed, you are welcome to comment so that it is meaningful. Possibly you have attended some of the interview in the recent time and were not able to answer it. So I welcome you to give the topic so that it is also meaningful. If you want to see all our previous session, you can visit our YouTube channel and check the details there. Thanks for watching. Have a nice evening. Bye.